Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is HUMNA and I share videos connected to art, healing and spirituality. For a long time I've had a desire to start sharing my insights that I receive through my research and other places about Quraan and what I understand of it with other people. It's been something that has really inspired me to heal myself, be content where I am, and it has helped me in ways I don't even think words are enough to explain. So today I wanted to start with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. One of the things as Muslims we are told and taught from a very young age to recite before we begin anything is Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And I wanted to break it down to really get to the understanding of what it is that Allah wants us to know through these words. And when you break them down, it comes to Ba, Ism, Allah, Rahman, and Rahim. That means it's 5 words, which is Ba, 1, Ism, 2, Allah, 3, Rahman, 4, and Rahim, 5. I tried to find the meanings of these words and what they connect to, and Ba represents creation itself. Ism means all the names. Allah is that what we see and that what we don't, and the 99 attributes together. Rahman, which is the most kind, loving and merciful. Rahim, all merciful, always. There are 5 words in this, and they speak about Allah, and one of them is about His creation. So the 4 words that we have, Ba, Ism, Allah, Rahman and Rahim, not 5 words. Out of the 5, 4 of them speak about Allah and 1 of them speaks about the creation of Allah. That is the first one, Ba. Ba, what does it mean? And what is it that Allah is trying to tell us? Now what I understand of language is that every language is from Allah, and when we look at the words beginning, balance and beautiful, this is what I feel the creation of Allah is. He's the one who created us, so the beginning was by Him, and through His creation what He wanted to bring in the world was balance. And His creation is always, always, always beautiful. So I broke down Ba into beginning, balance and beautiful. Whatever you call on with the Ba in Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, whatever you do is attached to this phrase. Like they become the thing, they cannot be separated. So whatever it is that you choose to do in life, when you put Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim before it, that thing that you will be doing, that action, what you will be taking, is going to be attached and connected to Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Like I said, Ba is the beginning. So right in the beginning, He gives us the strength to understand who we are and who He is. And if He is guiding you to say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim at the beginning of something, then it is Him who is attaching Himself to that what you will be doing when you start with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The action itself is not separate from what Allah wants you to do, and so that's why He gives you the chance to say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim before anything that you do, and which means that you are not separate from that thing. Bismillah is not separate from that thing and action that you will be taking. When you call upon Allah before doing an act, that act then has something called Baraka in it. When you say Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim before doing something, Allah Mia puts Baraka in that act, that which you will be performing, which means that He puts His blessings and also something that is stable, that stays in its place, and it's also the means of increase. Remember, I said Ba represents the three words: beginning, balance, and beautiful. So in the beginning, when you recite Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim, through that Allah puts barakat in your blessings, in the actions that you will be doing. And those actions are something that will bring you stability, and what it will do is it will increase you in whatever capacity that Allah has chosen for you to increase in through that action. Right from the beginning, He's telling us that we belong to Him, and for us, He is Allah, the one who is the most loving and most merciful. For the word Ba itself is what the sentence, the statement begins with. Ba represents creation. Creation that began by Allah, that brings balance to the world, and which is beautiful. And by saying Ba, you actually have that inner feeling that you belong to Him. He's letting you know that you are not just a scattered piece of rubbish. You are something that belongs to the highmost King of all kings. So He's letting you know that you belong to Him and who He is. So the moment He tells you about you, He also tells you in the next 4 words who He is. He calls you His creation by using the word Ba. And the first word Ba represents creation. You know, creation is like a painting and artwork. So you are the artwork and He is the artist. So you are, Ba is like a title of the painting, and He is the author, the writer, the creator, the artist of that painting. But look really carefully at Ba, the alphabet itself in Arabic. It is a vessel with a dot below it, which means the creation is attached to the creator in a way that it can't be separated from each other. Without the dot, there is no Ba. Without the vessel, though, the dot always is complete. This is such a profound understanding of just the alphabet Ba. And through that, Allah explains to us that we will always need Him to have any meaning or value, but He doesn't need us, for He is complete as that dot. There is no good or bad dot, it's just a dot. So without the dot, the shape, the U shape, the vessel is nothing. You and me are nothing without the dot. But the dot itself can remain complete without the U shape. The dot has no beginning, no end. But look again, the vessel does have a beginning and an end. Further looking at the shape of Ba, we see 2 walls that hold a third long wall that symbolizes home. In this visible world where we need stability to help us feel balanced in our life, Allah shows us through just the alphabet Ba how He is holding us from all sides, from right, from left, and from the bottom. Allah's remembrance heals the heart and guides the mind. So without it, we would be able to balance our lives. We wouldn't be able to balance our lives. Without remembering Allah, without understanding that all three sides of us, I'll explain the top part in a minute, but the three sides, the right and the left, and the bottom below, are all remembrance of Allah that gives us the stability and balance for this life. Through the shape of Ba, we become aware how Allah is helping us to be stable in this home where He has placed us by guiding our heart and mind to Him. Heart is part of our body that Allah Himself says He is in. The mind is that what we need so that we can live a life of balance connected to the heart in alignment. And so if the heart represents the unseen world, the mind represents the seen world. And we need the guidance for the heart and the mind to feel stable in ourselves, to have balance in our life. And the only way we can get that is through Allah's remembrance. Now look carefully, the space with the walls is empty. Nothing is there, for that's the space called the womb. You see, Allah's protected you from the right and the left and the bottom. Through that shape of Ba, you can see it, that He's got you. But He only is there for you when you actually remember Him. And when you remember Him as the creation that He has created, you automatically are protected from all three sides and feel stable in this world and bring balance into your being and to your life. But when you look at the space which is inside these walls, there is emptiness. There is nothing there inside. And that is the space which I termed as the womb space. The space where the creation truly happens. What happens inside the womb only Allah knows. We never remember our time in the womb. We are told about it, but we don't remember it, and neither do we remember our birth, which supposedly almost killed another human being. Why do you think we don't remember another time? Remember our time in the womb. We were fully developed, we had hearing, we were moving, we were eating, but still we had no memory of the time in the womb. This was in order for us to know that we do not know everything. You will never know everything. So that what you were experiencing in the womb, you were fully awakened, you had all the systems working, but yet you do not remember your time in the womb. This is Allah's way of saying that there is a part of life that happens which you are not going to be aware of and you won't even remember, even though all your senses are developed. None of the senses you have developed in the womb have the capacity to give you a memory of your time inside your mother's womb. You can only see, hear, and do, and even know when He chooses for you to do so. Otherwise, you aren't able to. So to show us His power and He who truly is, He doesn't give us a memory of the time in the womb. Through Ya Muqsid, He guided us to the understanding that He is just. And He alone gives you and I that what He chooses for in this vessel. How much of what and when for He allows, He knows what we are able to balance and not balance. For He never burdens a soul beyond our capacity. So if we were to remember that what was happening in our womb, we wouldn't really be able, God knows what was happening. And so He doesn't burden us with a memory that we don't really need to remember. And so He's telling us that He has the power over all that we hear, see, do. Even though our senses are fully developed, we sometimes aren't able to grasp certain things when we go through, calamities and difficulties and troublesome times. We sometimes don't get what's happening, and that is Allah reminding us through the connection of the womb is that you might not understand what is happening, even though you're fully awake. But in reality, that's how He chooses for it to be. And so you might not know it, but He knows it. And in that feeling that He knows it, you surrender. And you go into acceptance. And you understand the power He has over you. The shape of the bar is a vessel. That is you made up of dirt. It's a vessel, meaning the clay vessel that you are. You are created of dirt. You and I are created of dirt. It is He who gives you what you can handle to keep you in balance, and then He gives you Ism of Allah. So Allah, through this whole text that I read to you, number one, He shows you that He's the one who begins your journey. He's the one who gives you whatever it is that He chooses to, and He makes you remember only that what He wants you to. And then He gives you, when your vessel is ready, then He gives you the word Ism. Now once you've understand Ba, He gives you the next word, which is Ism, which means you become worth of sajda, and that's what makes you beautiful. When you recognize Ba, you recognize the next 4 words in Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Ba is that what you are. And He is showing you that only and only He is the one who takes care of you in the womb space, in the creation space. He is the one who holds you in the unseen world. You see, the inside womb space is the unseen world. And He alone holds you in this world. And in both these worlds, only He is the one who can give you balance. For He knows what you are capable of handling, and only that is what He will give you. Because He never gives you more than your capacity of the vessel. So as big your bar is, that's the amount of space inside it, and He will only give you in balanced to that what you can handle. When we understand Ba, then we understand that when He has so much power over us, He is our creator, we recognize Him as all the names that He is. And that makes us, when we recognize Him and His names, that is what gives us, makes us worth of the sajda that the angels made towards Hazrat Adam alayhi salam, our father. And that sajda is what makes us beautiful, worth the sajda. So to bring the whole thing together, Ba is the beginning. He attaches Himself to His creation through the dot and the womb. He showed you that there is a Ba shape, the U shape, and below it is the dot. So He attaches Himself to His creation through the dot and the womb. The next word that He gave us was balance. that womb that helps you to stay balanced with what He has gifted you with. It is He who helps you stay balanced. For in the remembrance of Allah, you recognize Him, and you recognize that He can give you the protection, the guidance, the provision, whatever it is that you need in this world. He can provide you with the balance that you need to be in this world. When you recognize the beginning is Him, the dot and the womb connection, when you recognize that within the womb, it is He who makes you work as a whole organism, like you have all the senses available, but yet He has the power to choose to make you see, not see, remember, not remember in the womb, for He knows that what you don't. He's the beginning. He gives you the beginning. He gives you the balance. And through that you understand that He makes you beautiful. For He gave you the honor and creating you as His creation and allowing you to be able to attach Ba to Ism, meaning Ba, the creation, connected to Ism, which is His own name. Ba Ism Allah. You are connected to the 99 attributes of your Creator. It is the Ba which makes you and I worthy of His love. The moment we accept we are His creation is the moment we recognize that we are worthy of His love. He chose to create us and give us the honor to take His name. Not one, not two, not three. He gave us Bismillah. Bismillah, which means Ba, you and me, the creation. Ism, all the names of Allah. So we could have all 100 attributes within us, so we could feel His love and mercy in every single thing that we do. It is His names that give us the strength to work with them, to activate them within us, for He has given them to us for our benefit. So we could begin everything with His name. He comes into that action. When He comes into that action, He brings balance, He brings barakat, He brings increase in whatever it is that you are doing. When you have Allah, who is the one holding you, for you've got Bismillah, then you become beautiful. Ba has the hands of Allah holding the womb of this universe, making it safe for us as it is inside the protection of its creator. Now think of the womb space you have in you and think of the dot that you have on you. So the womb space is within the feminine body. And think of the dot that you all have on you. Your navel is the dot on your womb as a mark of your connection to your Creator. Every single animal on this planet has a navel, even when created from the egg. Even when created from an egg, they have a nourishment, something coming through as nourishment from the yolk sac. So every single creation has a navel, a dot, a mark of connection to its Creator. It's kind of like a stamp on you that you belong to Him and Him to you in return. Sorry, I must have read that wrong. Let me just do it again. Which is like a stamp on you that you belong to Him and to Him you will return. It symbolizes the biggest truth, that He is with you from the beginning till the end of time on this planet. You know, He has marked you with a dot right in the center of your body, and through the dot, you can never ever forget your connection to Him in the womb space. Through that dot, that umbilical cord that you had, was where you were getting all your nourishment. And so He has marked His creation with this dot so that you are never ever able to forget your connection with Him. That dot is with you when you were born, and that dot is on you when you die. So it's not like when you grow old, your navel disappears, and when you're a little baby, you don't have the navel. You had it when you came onto this planet, and you will have it when you will die. So through that, Allah is teaching us that no matter where you go, who you are, what you become, what you achieve, what you don't achieve, you fail, you not fail, you're successful, not successful, you're rich, poor, black, blue, green, Arab, Pakistani, Indian, Mexican, whatever, whoever you are, you're going to have a navel. And that navel is the dot that holds the womb that is inside you. So the inside is connected to Allah, and the outside, you have a mark on you that says you're always connected to me. It symbolizes the biggest truth, that He is with you from the beginning till the end of time on this planet, meaning in the physical realm. When you look at Ba, there is a visible dot below the womb. Womb is the home space, and the empty space within the womb is the home space. So when you look at Ba, the outside walls, like the right and the left and the bottom part, is the home, and inside the home there is an empty space. So you have the seen and the unseen coming together. That visible dot is your Allah, visible in every creation. That empty space is also Him in every creation. So now think about it. Bismillah. Then He gives us the word Allah. That what is, which is Al, and that what isn't, which is La. Ba is you. It reflects you as His, for Him, and Him alone. Ba represents the beginning, meaning the birth, the womb, the unseen, that what you don't know. Ba also represents balancing in this worldly life, living, meaning that you have His healing and His guidance and His messenger and His book to bring you balance into this world. And these two things, when you recognize the seen and the unseen, the beginning is His, and He's the one getting you through life, through His, guidance and healing, like I said, from all the things that He's given us. You become beautiful because He sees you honorable enough to call upon His names and know them. This is one of the biggest, hugest honor that Allah has given us, is His names. His names bring us closer to Him, remind us of Him, and never lets us forget that we belong to Him. And for whatever it is that you need anything in, He has a name for it. And we are honored as creation that we are able to take these names, because if we were not worthy of these names, if our vessel was not good enough to say His names, He wouldn't give it to us. We were dirt. He placed you in the womb. You were dirt. He placed you in the womb. You were unbalanced. He gave you the stability of your heart and your mind. You were nothing. He chose to make you human. That is the love of Allah that we receive through Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. He tells us, you are my creation. For when you recognize yourself, you will be able to see who I am. For our weakness, us being dirt, us being unbalanced, us being nothing at all, non-existing on this physical plane, He is the one who from dirt made us in the womb. Just the act of creation in the womb, dirt becoming a being. Just the fact that He helps us get balance through His healing and His guidance through His book, His messenger and His names gives us the stability to balance ourselves, our heart and our mind and our body. Without His guidance, without His healing, without His book and messengers and His names, we would not be able to balance our mind and heart. And body, of course, in return, and soul and spirit and all that. We were nothing, like we were non-existing. If He chose for us to be non-existing, so that is what we will be. But He chose you and me to become human. What an honor it is to be His creation, who He sent His book down to, and gave us Ba, which represents His creations, that He chooses to create. Ba is that He chose to create. You could have been dirt, just dirt. He gave you the experience of life and blessed you with the most loving and merciful phrase to hold you through anything you do during your time here on this planet. He knows you would need Bismillah to protect you from all that you need protection from. By calling you His and letting you know that He is reminding you that whatever you do, He will be with you from the beginning. So you don't have to fear anything, because He who is your Malik is with you and is blessing you with every single name of His, so that you could have that whatever it is that you need. His blessing is that He calls us His. It's so beautiful just when you think about this phrase. His blessing is that He calls us His. He calls us His creation. He calls us His creation. That just blows my mind. Like every time I think about it, I feel I'm dirt, but He calls me His creation. And the creation that He loves. How much honor is that? How much honor He has given us to love us enough to give us His names and to call us His. His love is that He gifted us His names. His names guide us to His book. His book helps us feel healed and guided to walk the Sirat al-Mustaqim back home to Him. He wants us to come to Him and Him alone. He wants us to come to Him and tell Him stories of how at every point we recited Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim to worship Him, to praise Him, to remember Him, for that is what He created us for, and for that is what He will get us home to Jannat with Him, inshaAllah. And that is where our focus needs to be, in the hereafter. With Ba we know we are home here on this planet when He is the one guiding us, healing us through this life. The dot, the womb, the seen and the unseen all remind us of the truth of our existence, that we belong to Him, and to Him, inshallah, we will return. I hope this brings you closer to Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim and makes you understand that at everything that you begin with, when you recite Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim, you are saying and reminding yourself that you are the creation of the one who has gifted you all the names so that you can be connected to your Creator here in the world that you see and also in the world that you aren't, in the unseen. He's the one who's got you. He's the one who calls you His. And because He calls you His, you are beautiful. You are beautiful not because you have pretty eyes or pretty body or nice clothes or rich, house or a great car. You are beautiful because you are His creation. So there is nobody on this planet that is ugly, for He does not create ugly. All He creates is beautiful. So when you recite Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim, acknowledging and understanding that right behind you and right next to you and right on the side of you, on the right and the left and underneath you and above you is your Allah holding you, and He would not give you Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim to recite, to begin something, unless He wants to be attached to that thing that you are doing. And when He is attached to that thing that you will be doing, it is Him guiding you to do that thing. So start your journey with Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim and know that the 99 attributes are within you. When you recite Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim, you are calling upon all the strength, all the courage, all the energy, all the things that you need, the healing, whatever it is that you need to begin this journey. You've got it because you've got Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. You are the creation of Allah, and He speaks of you first, and then He explains 4 things about Himself after that. Ism, Allah, meaning you are the creation of that who has all of these 99 attributes, who is right behind you, right next to you, holding you and guiding you in things that you see and things that you don't see. So have no fear whatsoever. When you recite Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim, you have the strength, the power, the courage, the love, the mercy of your Allah with you and within you, inside you and outside of you. Next time you want to connect yourself to Allah, touch your navel, take a deep breath in and out, and remind yourself you belong to Him, and Him you will return, and He's not left you on this planet, for inside of you is the ruh that He's given you, the gift that He's given you, and the outside, your navel, your body, your hands, everything was created by Him specially just for you. So enjoy being a human, not because you are amazing, but because you are the creation of that who is amazing, who creates beauty, who brings balance, who is the only one responsible for love, life, light, and peace. I love you all. Please take good care of yourselves. If you enjoyed this podcast, do let me know in the comment section. Connect with me through all the social media links given below. I'd love to hear from you, and inshallah I'll be back with the next part of Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Take care everyone. Allah Hafiz for now.